but his in-laws are good. The in-laws are up here enjoying the green that we have, and they're glad not to be down in Phoenix getting dry roasted. Paul is going to be speaking to us today on the essence of leadership.
Thank you, Lars.
You're welcome.
Her heart started pounding, echoing in her ears. Young mom, crowded shopping mall, realizing her worst nightmare. Her child was missing. This was more than just the usual hide and seek that had been going on all day, hiding in the clothing racks. She'd been frantically searching for 20 minutes. And starting to really have a panic attack. What if my daughter is gone? What if somebody took her? And then she's on the verge of a meltdown. She sees out of the corner of her eye one of the associates from the store walking her daughter over. Apparently the child had gotten into the storeroom in the back and was hiding in the box. Young mom didn't know whether to hug the child or strangle the child. It's stress. But she decides right then and there that drama has to stop. This child has to stop disappearing. Especially for the rest of that day. She had had enough. So with exasperated eyes, she looked at the store associate and said, "Do you guys have any of that really good cord that you gift wrap boxes with?" And the associate kind of looks down her nose and says, "Yes, we do. What are you going to do with that?" Envisioning her putting her child on a leash. She says, "I need to buy about 6, 7, 8 feet of this stuff." "Really? All right." Marches the child over to the counter, measures out 7 feet of cord, cuts it off. Now, what do you think that young mother did with that cord? You might think, out of frustration, she would tie that around the child. If it was me, I probably would have hog-tied the child and carried it around like a six-pack. That's why I'm not a parent. But that mother tied the cord around her own waist. And she handed the other end to the child and said, "You have captured mine. Your job for the rest of this trip is to make sure that I don't escape." And that young child took that cord and for the rest of the trip playfully walked her prisoner around the store. My friends, that is the essence of leadership. Leadership is about inspiring and motivating people such that when given the choice, when you hand them the rope, the opportunity, they say yes. And they choose to follow. And not just once. They choose over and over and over again. Whereas in the case of this child, continuously for the rest of the day, held on to the rope. When the question then becomes, how does one inspire this kind of loyalty and passion in the following? First, you have to lead with passion. Passion brings energy. It fires up those who follow you. You have to lead with integrity, because integrity builds trust. And you cannot lead others if they don't trust you. You have to be authentic. You have to be real. There is power in authenticity. You have to be humble. Leadership is not about forcing and pushing. Leadership is about, it's a gift of service that you give to those who follow you. You need to be bold. You need to be courageous. You need to pursue worthy goals, because that's what inspires those that follow you. The big dream, worthy goal. Now, as we stand here today, on this very first day of the new Techmaster New Year, I've been very contemplative about this club and the leadership therein. We have the new leadership team, led by Brett. You stand and you inherit a rich heritage, truly standing on the shoulders of some great giants. In the beginning, it started with Mike Bankovich. Mike was our founder, our sponsor, our mentor, and our guiding light. And Mike pursued a worthy dream. His dream was this club, Techmasters. And he lit the torch. He passed that on to me. I passed it on to Glenn Leifheit. Glenn passed it on to James. James passed it on to Robert. Now today, Robert passes it on to you. I want you to know that I have full faith and confidence in this new leadership team. I stand here as the rest of the members, ready to support fully your leadership team and the success that we're going to have as a club. Some of you may perhaps be a tad unsure, saying, I'm not quite sure what I've gotten myself into here. What did I sign up for? I said yes, and it's like, and then I read the fine print. I want you to know, each and every one of you on the leadership team is up to this task. You stand here today as the 6th leadership team for this club, and only the 5th full leadership team. The next chapter of Techmasters has yet to be written. We are still a nascent club. We are in our infancy. And as you sit here looking at that blank page, deciding what to write about this club going forward, I don't want you to dwell on the past. Think about it, look at it, learn from it, but don't dwell on it. I don't even want you to dwell on the future. Or excuse me, I don't want you to dwell on the present. You have to get through the day-to-day stuff and the challenges that will arise. But when you think of the big-ticket items, don't focus on today. I want you to think about the future. Think about your legacy. Look 5, 10, 20 years down the road. Build a club for the generations of Techmasters yet unborn. Build a club that they will choose to join.